Fred Okengo Matiang'i was born in 1968 in Borabu, Nyamira County, in Kenya's former Nyanza Province, now part of Nyamira County in the Gusii region. He was born into a humble, hardworking family that valued education and discipline. His parents were farmers, and they instilled in their children a strong sense of honesty, diligence, and service to others. Growing up in rural Nyamira, Matiang'i experienced firsthand the challenges of rural education and community development. His early environment shaped his later passion for public service, dedication, and governance. Friends and teachers remember him as a bright, curious, and determined student who stood out for his discipline and intellect. Dr. Matiang'i's academic journey began at Kanyimbo Primary School, after which he joined Kisii High School, one of Kenya's top academic institutions. At Kisii High, he was known for his sharp mind, strong work ethic, and leadership abilities. After completing high school, he was admitted to Kenyatta University, where he earned a Bachelor of Education, Bachelor's of Education, degree in English and Literature. His academic excellence and love for knowledge drove him to pursue higher studies. He later obtained a master's degree in English from the University of Nairobi and eventually earned a PhD in Communication and Comparative Literature from the same institution. Throughout his academic life, Matiang'i developed a keen interest in education, governance, and communication, fields that would later define his professional and political career. Before joining the government, Fred Matiang'i spent many years as a lecturer and researcher. He taught at the University of Nairobi, Egerton University, and Kisii University, specializing in communication and comparative literature. His teaching style was marked by intellectual rigor, mentorship, and practical engagement with societal issues. Outside the classroom, Matiang'i was actively involved in policy research, democracy, and governance programs. He worked with several regional and international organizations, including the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, the Canadian International Development Agency, CIDA, and the Center for Governance and Development, CGD. At the CGD, Matiang'i served as a program director, where he was instrumental in promoting democratic reforms, civic education, and good governance in Kenya. His work focused on policy implementation, transparency, and accountability, values that would later become hallmarks of his public service career. Fred Matiang'i's entry into government came in 2013, when President Uhuru Kenyatta appointed him as Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication, and Technology (ICT). This appointment followed the election of the Jubilee administration. As ICT Cabinet Secretary, Matiang'i quickly made his mark as a hands-on, reform-oriented technocrat. He prioritized the expansion of broadband connectivity, digital literacy, and the rollout of ICT infrastructure across the country. Under his leadership, the government launched the Digital Literacy Program, DLP, which aimed to integrate digital learning in Kenyan primary schools. He also championed the development of Konza Technopolis, a key project in Kenya's Vision 2030 agenda, and pushed for reforms in the telecommunications sector, enhancing regulatory oversight and consumer protection. In December 2015, following a cabinet reshuffle, President Kenyatta appointed Matiang'i as the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Science, and Technology. It was in this role that Matiang'i earned national prominence and widespread public admiration. When he took over the ministry, the education sector was plagued by exam irregularities, teacher strikes, and corruption. National examinations had lost credibility due to widespread cheating and leakages. Matiang'i moved decisively to clean up the system. In 2016, he introduced sweeping reforms to restore integrity in the management of national examinations. Working closely with the Kenya National Examinations Council, KNEC, and other stakeholders, he tightened exam security, revised exam administration timelines, and digitized result processing. His firm and results-driven leadership led to the eradication of exam leaks and restored public trust in Kenya's education system. The 2016 KCSE examinations were the first in years to be conducted without major scandals, marking a turning point in the country's education history. Matiang'i also prioritized discipline and accountability among teachers and school administrators. His unannounced visits to schools, firm tone, and insistence on performance earned him the nickname the No-Nonsense CS. Under his watch, the competency-based curriculum, CBC, framework gained momentum, laying the foundation for a modernized education system focused on skills rather than rote learning. In July 2017, following the death of Interior CS Joseph Nkaissery, President Kenyatta appointed Dr. Matiang'i as the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government. This position made him one of the most powerful and visible figures in the government. As Interior CS, Matiang'i was tasked with overseeing national security, immigration, police services, and coordination of regional administration. His tenure was marked by strong leadership, efficiency, and an emphasis on discipline within the police service. He implemented police reforms aimed at improving service delivery and accountability. His leadership during national crises, including the 2017 elections, terrorism threats, and the COVID-19 pandemic, was widely recognized. Matiang'i chaired the National Development Implementation and Communication Cabinet Committee, and ICCC, earning the title of Super CS due to his expanded mandate that cut across multiple ministries. His direct approach to governance, efficiency in handling public service matters, and close working relationship with President Kenyatta positioned him as one of the most trusted members of the Jubilee administration. Dr. Matiang'i's leadership style has often been described as decisive, disciplined, and performance-oriented. He is known for his meticulous attention to detail, high expectations of subordinates, and intolerance for inefficiency or corruption. While his firmness has sometimes attracted criticism from political opponents and civil rights groups, especially during the enforcement of security operations, his supporters see him as a competent technocrat committed to order and accountability. His strong work ethic and results-driven approach have drawn comparisons to international reformers who focus on systems over politics. Within Kenya, Matiang'i is regarded as a symbol of professionalism in public service. Although not an elected politician, Matiang'i became a central figure in Kenya's political scene, particularly during President Kenyatta's second term. He was perceived as the president's trusted enforcer and coordinator of key government projects. His prominence led to speculation that he might seek higher political office, possibly even the presidency. However, he remained largely apolitical in public, focusing on his administrative duties. After the 2022 general elections, which saw William Ruto succeed Uhuru Kenyatta as president, Matiang'i quietly exited public office. He maintained a low profile, focusing on private consultancy and research. Dr. Matiang'i has received numerous local and international awards for his contributions to governance and education. These include recognition from the African Union, UNESCO, and Kenyan civil society organizations for his role in reforming education and enhancing government efficiency. In 2019, he was awarded the Elder of the Order of the Golden Heart of Kenya (GGH), one of the country's highest civilian honors, for his distinguished service. Fred Matiang'i is married and has 2 children. Despite his high public profile, he keeps his personal life private. He is a devout Christian and an active member of the Seventh-day Adventist (SDA) Church. Outside politics and public administration, Matiang'i enjoys reading, research, and mentoring young professionals. He has often spoken about the importance of integrity, education, and patriotism as guiding principles in both public and private life. Dr. Fred Matiang'i's legacy lies in his reformist approach to leadership. He transformed every ministry he led by prioritizing performance, integrity, and results. His tenure in the Ministry of Education restored confidence in national examinations, while his leadership in the Interior Ministry strengthened coordination and security management. He remains a model of what effective, technocratic leadership can achieve in a developing democracy. For many Kenyans, Matiang'i represents a new generation of public servants who blend intellect, discipline, and patriotism. Even after leaving public office, his influence continues to shape public administration and policy discourse in Kenya. His story serves as a reminder that good governance depends not only on political will but also on ethical and professional execution. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.